Hello guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Blue Point TV where we talk about football and football related stories. Okay guys, let's talk about the game between Chelsea and Manchester City. Now for me, this game was an interesting game. I talked about the game in my preview where I said it would be an interesting game and for me I expect Chelsea to come out to play. We know that they likes to play against teams that likes to play football. They play against teams that want to press, that want to come out and play. And we all know that that's the kind of team that Chelsea kind of find a way to play against in terms of creating space in behind, creating chances. These are the kind of team that Chelsea play better against. And we know Manchester City are, purely that kind of team that will want to approach the game like that in terms of pressing, getting the position of the game. And I feel like the boys played well. And Chelsea did not win the game, obviously, which we want to win. This is a game that we want to win, even if having draw game against Manchester City, knowing that for me they are the best team in Europe, as long as I'm concerned. They are obviously the best team in England. Having a draw game against Manchester City, I feel like it's also a positive result because before the game, most of the football fans are saying that Chelsea will lose the game. Maybe the only fans that are saying Chelsea might get something or will get something from the game, I feel like it will be it will be just the Chelsea fans. But aside from the Chelsea fans, majority of the football fans will say Manchester City will win. And of course, you expect them to say that because City are City. I mean, they have been very good. They just won the treble. And playing against the Chelsea side that is struggling this season, let's be honest. And Chelsea came out, and faced this Manchester City team. For me, they just started the game very well. I feel like they started the game very well. They pressed Manchester City in the first 2, 3, 5 minutes. I feel like Chelsea were the better side. They came out, to approach Manchester City. And I just want to talk about the penalty that Manchester City had. For me, that wasn't a penalty. For me, it was clearly not a penalty because if you watch the build-up to the penalty, you'll see that Jeremy Doku, that was a foul against what's his name, against Moises Caicedo. If you watch, the ball was coming, and then he will go for the ball inside the Chelsea 18-yard box, but then he decided not to go for the ball, and then he just take out Moises Caicedo, and that's a foul. So based on the build-up to the goal, first, that's a foul. They're supposed to go back and cancel that penalty. And also, even the penalty itself, that's too soft, first. And secondly, Erling Haaland was the one pushing first. He pushed Marco Corella first to get to that ball. And then Marco Corella then now hold him, which is soft as well. And first, Erling Haaland wasn't even in that ball. He won't get that ball. We all know that Thiago Silva cleared the ball, head the ball out. So Erling Haaland even will not get the ball. So it's funny to see that the referee still gave the penalty. And it's good that Chelsea came back into the game because some of the time, like last season, if Chelsea, if they are one man down, if they are a goal down like that, sometimes you see them lose focus, lose concentration, and then before you know, City will start dominating and then score one. Start getting into the game better and then start scoring even more goals. But Chelsea, they came back and then they equalized. And fantastic goal from Thiago Silva. And interesting goal from Thiago Silva, which we all know how good he is in set pieces. I think this is his first goal this season. Thiago Silva haven't scored a goal this season. This is his first goal, this season. And for him to score against a good team like Manchester City, that's an interesting goal. And then, of course, second goal from Chelsea again. They made it 2-1 from Sterling. I just want to talk about Sterling. I feel like Sterling this season has been good this season, knowing how poor he was for Chelsea last season. And of course, you know that the team in general last season was really, really poor. The Chelsea struggled last season, including Sterling. But I feel like this season, he has been really good this season. And then this game against Manchester City, Sterling for me was man of the match. If Cole Palmer wasn't man of the match, I feel like Sterling was clearly man of the match. He was very good playing against Kyle Walker. We know how good Kyle Walker is defensively, playing from the right back for Manchester City. We know how good he is defensively. He has pace, he's strong. And Sterling was on Kyle Walker the whole game. And yeah, it was a very, very interesting game from Sterling, and a really good goal for him to be in that position. And of course, good assist from Rhys James. And then City came back. City came back into the game, equalizing from the defender, Akanji. And for me, that defense, I feel like Chelsea, the defense from that second goal from Manchester City, I feel like they lost concentration there. I wasn't happy the way they allowed Akanji. Akanji was free. There was no one on him. So for me, the second goal that City scored, for me, that was a poor defensive structure from Chelsea. And we shouldn't forget it was close to the first half to end, and then City had that equalizer. And of course, the second half, I mean, from counter-attack from Manchester City for their third goal, I feel like, Chelsea really performed. They really impressed me in this game, I won't lie. Of course, Erling Haaland scored that tapping. That was clearly a number 9 goal. That's the kind of goal that we know Erling Haaland can score. And for him to just throw himself to that ball. And of course, City made it 3-2. And then when they made it 3-2, I was worried. Honestly, I was worried, like, how will Chelsea come back into this game? And before you know it, they came back into the game. And a very good goal as well from Nicolas Jackson. Just want to touch on Nicolas Jackson. I feel like he was decent in this game. I feel like he played well in this game. Now, that goal that he scored was a very, very good goal. I like how he reacted to the rebound from the shot from Conor Gallagher. And I feel like the Manchester defense, Ruben Diaz, this game, this game from Ruben Diaz, I feel like it's one of his worst games for Manchester City, because if he did not go down, I think that's his fault. Because if you watch the play, he was ahead of Nicolas Jackson. In that game, he was ahead of Nicolas Jackson after the shot, after the rebound. If he did not go down, I think he gets that. You could have cleared the ball out. But in all, very, very good goal from Nicolas Jackson. Yes, I'm happy for him that he scored that goal. I've been really hard on the player, but at the same time, I need him to step up because he's playing for Chelsea. And in this football club, there's no time. We don't have time. We want to challenge. We want to be at the top. So we need the players to step up. And I feel like he did well, for him to get that goal. He touched the ball first and then strike the ball immediately. So that was a good goal from him, 3-3. And then, of course, we know the deflection goal from Rodri. Now, for me, this game, I feel like Rodri wasn't really in the game. People might not really talk about how poor Rodri was in the game. That the chance that Malo Gusto was supposed to score, for me, we know that Rodri lose possession there. If Malo Gusto had scored that chance, people would be talking about how poor Rodri was in this game. I feel like because he scored that goal, people wasn't really talking about how poor Rodri was. He wasn't really in the game. For me, I don't think Rodri was really in this game. This disappointing fourth goal from Manchester City from Rodri. And if it wasn't a disallow, if that ball did not get to Thiago Silva deflection, I don't think he scores that goal. I think the goalkeeper, that ball was going straight to Robert Sanchez. I think Robert Sanchez could have saved that ball comfortably. But then, you would take the goal, and then Chelsea reacted again. And for me, I just want to talk about the substitution that Poch made to bring in Amanjo Bojak. I didn't even know that Amanjo Bojak was even in the bench. Honestly, I was surprised when I saw Amanjo Bojak coming in. And then, fantastic substitution, and it worked, bringing in Amanjo Bojak. And then he was the one that caused the penalty for Chelsea, that created the penalty for Chelsea. And still, Ruben Diaz again. You see the way he was going. That's his football anyway. We know that's how he likes to defend. He's that kind of defender that likes to throw himself into challenges. And then exactly what he did again, and then he gave Chelsea a penalty, and then Chelsea came back. So in all, I feel like it's a very good performance from Chelsea. And I will say this performance from Chelsea, I think I will give them credit in this game compared to the game against Tottenham. Yes, they won the game against Tottenham 4-1. This game they did not They didn't win the game, they drew the game. But at the same time, I love how they came back, how they were coming out Manchester City, how they were going at Manchester City, how they did not give up in the game, believing that they can challenge this Manchester City side. And for me, that's something to take from this game going forward. That's something to take, honestly, from this game going forward, knowing that they have players coming back. Christopher Nkunku will be huge for Chelsea if he's back. Romeo Lavia as well. For me, I think he will be huge as well for Chelsea if he's back. So knowing that there are new players coming back to join the team, this performance, for me, the performance was the thing, not really the result. Of course, I want to win. I want to win Manchester City every time. Okay, but for them to play against Manchester City like this, and we shouldn't forget this is Manchester City. This, for me, the best team in Europe, the best team, obviously, in England. And yeah, for them to go at Manchester City like this, I feel like it's positive for the boys, it's positive for the team, it's positive as well for Poch. And then it will be interesting to see how they will pick up from this performance. Also, I just want to talk about some players that I feel like they didn't really do well. Now, Enzo Fernandez, for me, I feel like he started the game very well. In the first 20 minutes, I feel like Enzo was in the game, controlling midfield. But towards the ending of the first half and then the second half, I feel like Enzo wasn't really in the game. I don't know if it was because of the challenge he had from Romero in the game against Tottenham. Maybe he wasn't really fit. Maybe he had a knock because of that challenge. Maybe that's why he wasn't really performing well, because I feel like he lost some possession of the game, of the ball, and also gave some sloppy passes. So, but yeah, for me, Enzo Fernandez wasn't really in the game, especially ending of the first half and then part of the second half. Even Moises Caicedo, I feel like he wasn't really in the game as well, especially sometimes they just turned him. I remember one of the turn that Bernardo Silva turned him. And yeah, but we know how good these players are. But yeah, I feel like they were not 100% in the game. The one player that I will give credit, I feel like Conor Gallagher has been very good for Chelsea this season. This game again, Conor Gallagher was so good in this game. I feel like he made the City midfielders uncomfortable. We know how he likes to tackle. We know how he likes to, be aggressive. He played well for me. And then, of course, we know that the goal from Nicholas Jackson was his shot from outside, which the City goalkeeper dropped for Jackson to score. Yeah, for me, Conor Gallagher was really good for me in this game against City. And then the defense for Chelsea, yes, they conceded 4 goals in this game, but I feel like they were good. Honestly, I feel like they were good because there are some goals that they conceded, which I would say they were unlucky. The goal, first, the penalty, like I said before, for City wasn't a penalty for me. And then the deflection goal, I mean, that was unlucky for them. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, when you concede 4, people will say it wasn't good enough. I mean, you did not defend well. That was why you conceded 4 goals. But I feel like as a structure in that defense, yeah, I feel like they were not really bad in this game. And we shouldn't forget the save that Sanchez did from Erling Haaland. People will say he did not hit the ball very well. That was why people will say he missed the ball. The keeper did not save the ball. We have to give credit to the goalkeeper because I feel like that was really, really a good save for him to go down like that and save that ball. So for me, a good save from the goalkeeper. And also, I just want to talk about Reece James. Reece James, amazing in this game. We shouldn't forget he gave the assist to Sterling. And then defensively, he was very, very good. People have been talking about Doku. Fantastic player, Jeremy Doku, but Reece James was really on him in that game. Reece James we know how good defensively Reece James is. And Reece James showed again that for me, the best right back in the world, for me, that's my opinion, for me, if Reece James is fit, if Reece James is 100% fit, he is the best right back in the world because he can do everything as a right back. He can, attack, he can defend very well against the very best wingers. He has shown that he is a top class right back. So Reece James, for me, was very good again today. Of course, they substituted him. Poch brought him out because of he's not match fit. We shouldn't forget he just came back from a long-time injury, and he was so good against Jeremy Doku that we know how good Doku is again. I think he's a very, very good winger with how he dribbles with the ball, how he knows he likes to drive with the ball with his power and all of that. But James was really, really good on him. And yeah, another player that I have to talk about again is Marco Corella. For me, since he has been playing, he has been really, really good for Chelsea. Playing first from the right back, playing from the left back. Even in my preview, I said I was surprised that Poch started him because I thought Poch would go with Levi Colwill as the left back. And honestly, the decision that Poch took to start Marco Corella was a fantastic decision, because I feel like if it is Levi Colwill that played there, I feel like he will not be comfortable playing that position, because I don't think Levi Colwill is good playing from the left back. I think he will be good playing as a center defender. But yeah, Marco Corella for me was very, very good in this game. I feel like he was so tight on Phil Foden. He was very close on Phil Foden. And he has been good. He has been good. So for me, I would say Poch have to be using him for now as the left back. With this form that he is, and I think he deserves to be starting games for Chelsea as a left back. For me, I think he has been very good. So yeah, in all, fantastic performance. So yeah, even if they did not win, I feel like it's a very good performance. There's so much positive to take from this game. So much positive. So yeah, I'm just happy that they played well. I just enjoy how Chelsea approached the game. So it's good that at the end of the day, they gave this kind of performance, and this is what we expect from this Chelsea side. We want them to give everything if they are playing, and then also we just need them to work on how they will start breaking the defensive teams down, because the reason why Chelsea are where they are now in the league table was because of they can't score goals, especially against the teams that likes to defend. So Poch have to work on that one. So yeah, that's it for me on this game. What's your thoughts? What's your opinion on this game? What do you think will be the positive for Chelsea moving forward, in this game? So thank you guys for watching, and please guys, if you're watching the video, please subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV, like and share the video. And also, if you're watching the video on Facebook, also on Facebook, Blue Point TV, like, share the video, follow the channel Blue Point TV. Thank you guys. While I see you again, stay safe. Bye.